Check one. Hello, hello, hello. How are you tonight? Shane Sams here of the Flip Lifestyle Podcast and fliplifestyle.com. Getting ready to check in here and see. Let me make sure I'm on the right microphone here because I think I'm off. Okay, I'm good. All right, there. All right, see a bunch of people logging in, see people filling in. Good to be with you here tonight for our live public training. First public training we've done in a couple months on 3 secrets to prolific marketing success. Super excited to be here. We'll let everybody get into the room. I'm expecting quite a few people on the call tonight. So let me know in the chat room real quick if you can see and hear me. I can see and hear myself. So I want to make sure that somebody else can see and hear me. This is the first time that I have used Zoom and Zoom alone for one of my free public trainings or any of our, we've done it with online trainings, we've done it with some of our membership community stuff, but we have not used it for a public training yet. So we've got Kate says, I can see and hear you. Monty says, can see and hear. TC says, see and hear you, Shane. Jessica says, see and hear you. We got a lot of people say they can see and hear you. All right, coming through loud and clear. I've got the correct microphone picked, I hope. I was on my audio for my computer a second ago, so we shall see. But really excited, going to talk about something that I am extremely passionate about, and that is prolific marketing success. I like to tag that word on almost anything, prolific marketing success. And I'm going to give you 3 of my best tips, 3 secrets, 3 strategies of focus for you to improve your marketing, because marketing is everything in the online world. Super excited to see people in here. Super excited to see people logging in. If you have any questions as we go along inside of the training tonight, all you have to do is drop it over in the chat as we go. I'm expecting it to be a pretty full chat room, pretty busy chat room, and it's going to be an awesome time. So go ahead and tell me real quick where you're from, who you are, maybe a little bit about what you do online. Love to hear about what people are selling, what products they're going with, what they're doing online. That's going to be a big theme of tonight's show. Not going to have any fancy PowerPoint for you tonight. I actually got some note cards that I'm going to hold up. I was making a PowerPoint for this presentation. I said, you know what? This will be a lot more fun if I just get on here and talk. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to you a little bit about prolific marketing success, about being prolific. Who knows what prolific means? Jocelyn always says, do you think people even know what prolific means? So I'd love to hear in the chat room, what do you think of when you hear the word prolific? What do you think of when you hear the word prolific? And what do you think about marketing? What is prolific marketing to you? So tell me who you are, where you're from. And as we get people to log in here, we get people kind of rolling in the chat. I'll get started here in just a couple of minutes, but I want to know what prolific means to you. So I see Connie from Sacramento, California. Welcome, Connie. I see from X from Wisconsin. What's up, X? See Michelle and Tom from, let's say, Port St. Lucie, Florida. I see Amy from Santa Monica. Good to be here. And let's see who else we got in here. I got Amy from Santa Monica, California. We got Pat and Connie. What's going on? I'm assuming that Pat and Connie, where are you from? I see just Pat and Connie from. You got us guessing. You guys guessing. Okay. All right. Let's make sure we keep that muted. I'm going to try and keep everybody muted here. Let me get my manage participants. I'm going to mute all. I thought I had it set up. There we go. I'm going to make it where nobody can unmute themselves. I might call on people during Q&A, so get ready for that. All right. Who else we got in here? We got, let's see. Let me scroll down. I got some other people coming in. Got Deanne from Michigan. Got Sacramento. Pat and Connie from Sacramento. Steve in North Carolina. What's going on, Steve? Got a lot of people rolling in here. I'm sure people will be rolling in as we go. Jocelyn should be in the chat room very soon. I am actually at Flip Lifestyle World Headquarters. I'm at my office right now. Jocelyn is back at the house. The kids were dying. They were so tired because we had a member call with our Flip Your Life live attendees. We got a live event coming up this Thursday in Lexington, Kentucky. We got 100 people flying in from all over the country and all over the world. We got Kakshan. What's going on from Saudi Arabia? What's going on? Kakshan, how you doing? And we got Kakshan's one of my old friends in the Flip Your Life community. I'm very excited she's here. Glad we picked the time that you could come in from Saudi Arabia. Okay. And but Jocelyn will be in the chat room. She will not be on the call tonight because she is in a different location and she is trying to get the kids to bed. There's Jocelyn right there. Hi, everyone. Jocelyn. So it says Shane and Jocelyn to everyone. So if you got a question in the chat as we go through tonight's training, make sure that you hit Jocelyn up. She'll be happy to help you with anything. And I'm watching the chat too. I probably won't be looking at it much when I'm actually in the training. I'm getting ready to start, but Jocelyn will be there for anything you need. Because my goal tonight is to help you become a prolific marketer. A prolific marketer. What does that word mean to you? Prolific means a bunch in Southern terms. Yes, prolific means a bunch. It means all the time, it means every day. Prolific success is extended success, greater success. And we don't want to just be marketers. We don't want to just be promoters. We want to be prolific marketers. We want to be prolific promoters of all of our stuff so that everybody sees what we're promoting. Everybody sees how we're promoting it. Everybody sees when we're promoting it. And these things that we're getting our stuff out there, all of our products and services, we're getting discovered. We're getting found, because it doesn't matter how good your product is. It doesn't matter how good you are or your service is if people don't hear about it. Marketing is the key to everything. The great marketers win. I see a lot of people with great products, awesome courses, amazing content, and they're like, why am I at the bottom of the pile? And this person whose stuff is not as good as mine, my stuff's better than theirs. You know what? They're probably a better marketer. They're winning because they're being more prolific in their promotion, okay? I saw another one that said, where'd it go? Prolific means a bunch in Southern terms. Just read that one. Prolific equals a lot of peeps seeing good stuff everywhere. That is, I'm stealing that. I might make that a t-shirt, Jessica. That might be a t-shirt, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, if you got any questions, if anything's going down, just ask them in the chat. Jocelyn's hanging out in the chat. I'll be here too. For those of you who may not know who me and Jocelyn are, we are Shane and Jocelyn Sams of the Flip Lifestyle Podcast. We have now been podcasting for 5 years, and we have released over 300 episodes of the Flip Lifestyle Podcast, where we help real families start, build, and grow online businesses so that they can become and stay self-employed, flip their life, and take control of their family's future. That is what we do. That is who we are. We are former school teachers who had some bad experiences at work, and we decided to start an online business. We decided to put ourselves out there, try to sell stuff online, and we were able to replace our entire income and quit our full-time jobs. And since that fateful day back on September 27th of 2013, when we walked in and quit our jobs forever, we have literally helped thousands of other families start, build, and grow, and quit their jobs, just like we did inside of the Flip Your Life community. We've had thousands of members from all over the world, everybody coming in with great products. We have an amazing variety of people in our community. We have seen businesses. We were just talking to a guy about 30 minutes ago who teaches people how to trap coyotes. And if you can make a living online teaching people how to trap coyotes, my goodness, you can make a living doing just about anything. And we have a unique experience. We've seen thousands of businesses. We've coached hundreds and hundreds of people on our podcast and on our live member Q&As, and also on public Q&As like we're having right now. That's what we've done. We've sold over 6,000 memberships. We focus heavily on building recurring revenue and memberships. Jocelyn and I have sold over 6,000 memberships and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other digital products online. So we have got an extensive background in marketing, and 99% of everything that we have done has been totally through online marketing. We've done some relationship building, done some networking, but we are primarily focused on building audiences on the internet with prolific content creation and email marketing and ads. That's what we focus on. That's what we do. And we help other people do the same. So super excited that you're here. If you listen to the Flip Lifestyle Podcast, let me know when you started listening, how you found the Flip Lifestyle Podcast. We'd love to check that out when I read the chat later. And we really appreciate you guys for listening in. Okay. All right. So the main bulk, I'm just going to jump into the training. This isn't one of those webinars where I'm just going to sit here and meander and talk about a bunch of random stuff and, tell you 900 stories. I got a lot of funny stories. I might throw a couple stories in, but I really want you to learn something tonight. I want you to come away from this with a strategy in place that you can use to go out next month in October, go out, 2 weeks from now, over the next 6 weeks, and blow up your business, promote your business, make more sales, make more money so that you can give your family the life that you want. That's what we want. So I'm going to jump straight into the content tonight and talk about our 3 secrets to prolific marketing success. 3 secrets that Jocelyn and I focus on every single month so that we can have as much success as possible in what we do. Got a little game I play. If you are listening in and you got the chat box open, since I'm not throwing up slides every 5 minutes, I'm right here and you're looking at my mug the whole time. When you hear one of these secrets or you hear a good note, put it in the chat. We'll all help each other learn tonight. You guys participate, help us do that, and we'll get after it, okay? All right, so there's 3 real keys to building your business through marketing, to build your business through online promotion, all right? You've got to know what to promote, right? what to market. This is a huge mistake that I see a ton of people make all the time. They're promoting the wrong stuff on the internet, okay? You got to know how to promote it, which I'm going to talk a little bit about. And this is where everybody gets stuck. They get a product, they make it, they have a membership site, they have a subscription, they've got a service, maybe they're a coach, maybe they're doing something else, and they're like, how do I tell people about this, right? And most importantly, this is what we have discovered over the last couple of years. You've got to know when to promote it. Okay, so that's the three things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to expand on those a little bit, and I'm going to make sure you guys understand how to do all three of those things. Okay. All right. First slide. Number one, what to sell. No, slash that out. What to promote. What to promote online. I'm going to tell you two things that you should be totally focused on over the next month or so in your promotion to make sure that you're not promoting the wrong things. I see a lot of people promoting themselves on social media, right? Oh, check out my Instagram page. Check out how awesome my life is. Or check out my Facebook page. It's awesome. Look at my Facebook page, okay? Or I see people on Twitter, oh, check out my Twitter page. Or they promote a video that has nothing to do with their business on YouTube, but it gets 100,000 videos and views, and they're like, wow, look at all this attention. And what I always say is, yeah, but look at the no sales. You're not making any sales. You're just promoting a bunch of random stuff so that people look at you. Look, if you just want attention, go streaking down Main Street. I guarantee you'll get tons of attention. People will be looking out their window. The cops will be chasing you. Everybody's going to be looking at you. If that's what you're looking for is likes and feel goods and followers and attention, well, there's a lot of other ways that you can do that. But you can't just make money by getting attention, okay? There's two things when we talk about what to promote, okay, that you have to focus on. Number one, you've got to focus on your content. You have to promote your content. You can't just make it and release it and let it go. And if I build it, they will come. Field of Dreams, the baseball field, and ghosts are walking out of the cornfields. That's not what's going to happen. You've got to promote your content, and you've got to promote your core offer. If a lot of you listening right now or watching the replay later would just stop dealing with all this nonsense that everybody tells you to push, stop playing with bots and software, stop playing with all this automation, stop playing with all your social media channels, stop bouncing from Snapchat to Instagram. Oh, Instagram's the big thing this week. What's the big thing next week, right? Stop promoting all of these other channels and focus only on a strategy to promote your content and your core offer. That's it. Don't think about your upsells. Don't think about your downsells. Don't think about all these other things you could sell. How can you promote your content and your core offer every single day of the month? If you would just do that, that is a huge thing. That's all Jocelyn and I do. We think every day, okay, we have a podcast come out. How do we promote it? Let's start ads to it. Let's share it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's focus on promoting our content. Okay. And then let's focus on promoting our core offer, our membership site. That's a great thing to promote. How do we promote that 80% of the time? That's what we've got to focus on. We got to get our content and our core offer promoted. So when you think about what to promote, what to market, what am I going to make ads about? What am I going to do email marketing about? What am I going to tell people about? What am I excited about? You better be excited about your content and your core offer. Everything else is a distraction. Everything else just supports promoting that content and that core offer, okay? You need to have a specific piece of content that's yours. Everybody in here that knows us already knows Shane and Jocelyn are podcasters. That's what we do. We have the Flip Lifestyle podcast. Hundreds of episodes, millions of downloads. Been doing it for 5 years. It's what we're known for. You know why? Because we have focused on promoting the podcast. When we do interviews in magazines like Forbes or Huffington Post, when we do other people's podcasts like Pat Flynn or John Lee Dumas, like when we go out and do these things, they say, where do we find you at the end? Oh, Flip Lifestyle Podcast every single Tuesday. Go and subscribe. That's what we promote. We promote our content and we promote our core offer. Okay. Now, I want to say something else, a real quick note about your core offer, right? If you're putting all this energy into promoting your core offer, you don't want it to be a one and done core offer. You need something that's recurring. You need some kind of subscription. We are a big believer in recurring revenue. We think that is the best way to become and stay self-employed. It is the best way to create stable, predictable online income for you and your family. You want to know that you've got a payday next month. You don't want to be one and done. You don't want to put all this energy, all this time, all this effort into promoting a core offer that is just, wow, I made $100. And now I gotta go make another $100. Gotta go find another company. You want to be building some kind of recurring core offer. If most of you listening who are trying to sell stuff online would just think to yourself, what is the content I hang my hat on? What is that? What is the core offer that I can sell that is recurring, period? Within 6 months, your business would look different. Everything would be easier. Everything would change if you would just do that, okay? There's a reason that we tell people, hey, go get 100 people to give you $50 a month and you'll make $60,000 a year. Do the math. It works out, right? 50 times 100 times 12. That's 60 grand a year. You double it, you make 120. You're a six-figure business. But it's when you focus on recurring revenue that you can get that month after month and hopefully year after year, okay? So the first secret is zero down, shrink it down, and focus. Focus on what to promote. You can't promote everything. You can't be everywhere all the time, all right, until you get some more resources. So you've got to focus on your core piece of content. You've got to focus on your core piece of your core offer, and you have to do that, okay? So if you want to be successful at marketing, if you want to be a prolific marketer, then you've got to focus on those two things, all right? Now, there are other things that you do have to worry about eventually, right? I'm talking about growing your business, right? You've started it. Maybe you've got a product for sale. Maybe you're about to release a product. You want to get it out there. You want to get discovered. You want to get found. If you would just right now put the blinders on, we can open it up to everything else. There's 6 really huge things that every business needs a strategy to promote. Everybody needs to do these 6 things. But man, when you're really trying to grow this thing, you need to laser focus in on those 2 things, your core content that you release all the time and that core offer, hopefully, that is a recurring revenue product, okay? All right, so that's number 1. That's what to promote, all right? Everybody type content and core offer in the chat. Just go ahead and type content and core offer. I want to make sure you're listening. I want to make sure you're paying attention. I want to make sure you're excited about what I'm talking about and that you know what I'm talking about. So type content and core offer in the chat. I want to hear you say it, all right? Content and core offer. We got to get that promoted. We got to make sure that people know about our content and our core offer, okay? All right, number 2. Here's the biggie. Here's the biggie, right? We know what we need to promote now. How do we promote it? How do we promote this online? Is that backwards? Do I need to turn on the mirror? Does it read correctly on your screen? I don't know. I hope so. But number 2, how do you promote this stuff online? Okay. That's a big question. There's 1,000 different ways to do everything. There's 1,000 different ways to go out and tell people that you have something for sale. Okay. But what we want to do is we want to piggyback off of our focused, strategic what to sell. We want to say, I'm going to focus on our content. I'm going to focus on this core offer. Okay. So there's 4 things that I want you to do when we're talking about how to promote this stuff. All right. 1, be consistent. 2, be prolific. 3, be relentless. And 4, you better learn copywriting. You better learn how to do copywriting. Okay. So let me go through each one of those and I'll show you how me and Jocelyn do it in our business. Okay. How do you promote stuff? You're consistent, prolific, relentless, and you become a great copywriter. Or you find someone that knows how to do it and you do what they say. Right? So you got to be a good copywriter. So consistent means that you are consistently, weekly, always releasing that core piece of content that we talked about, right? I was just coaching a guy last week on the Flip Lifestyle podcast, got an episode coming out in a couple weeks, and he was saying, yeah, we podcast, but we've got a good following, but 2 times a month, maybe 4. Sometimes we go off, sometimes we go less. And I really got onto him and I said, no, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent over an extreme amount of time. People need to know that they can count on you, period. Because if you just let them know, you can count on me to be here every Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. That's when the Flip Lifestyle podcast comes out. That's the day it's came out for 5 straight years, like so many consecutive weeks, whatever, 5 times 50, whatever it is. You've got to count on us. Once you know you can count on us every Tuesday, it's a bigger jump for me to say, hey, you can count on me every month when I send you something. You can count on me every day in the Flip Your Life community forums. You can count on these things, right? You've got to be consistent in your content creation. That's the first big thing you got to know if you're going to have successful marketing. Because if you're not consistent, if you're not in front of them on a consistent basis, at least weekly, we do twice a week now. We have a Tuesday episode and then we have a best of. It's kind of like a rerun on Saturdays, but iTunes pushes episodes off. So we bring an episode back once it rolls off so people can hear it again, new people who find the podcast. If you're consistent in your content creation, people are going to know, like, and trust you better. Okay. Next, we're going to grab back onto that word prolific. You've got to be prolific in your promotion. If you are a marketer, if you are selling anything online, you must market and promote every day. Somebody put that quote in the chat. It's simple, but it's effective. You have got to promote every single day, right? You can't be a prolific promoter and you're only sending out one email on Monday every week, right? You can't be a prolific promoter if you're not showing up every day on your social media accounts. You can't be a prolific promoter if you're not out there telling people about your product. All right. There's organic ways to do this. There's paid ways to do this. When we have a podcast that comes out on Tuesday, I want to be a prolific promoter. I want to have prolific marketing success with my content. That's one of those two things, right? Content and core offer. So as soon as the podcast comes out on Tuesday, we start a 10-day ad that's going to promote that to our Facebook followers, people who go to our website, our email list, people that know about us already. We got to get them listening to build momentum, okay? We also run a quick ad to it to other podcasts, people who have similar podcasts to ours, so that we get new people coming into the fold all the time. You've got to go out and tell people about your content every day. Can you batch it? Yes. Can you schedule it? Yes. But you've got to tell people about it every single day. And you might think to yourself right now, Shane, that sounds really, really hard. You mean I've got to come up with an idea every day? You mean every time I release a blog post, every time I release a podcast, every time I do a YouTube video, every time I do a Facebook Live, you mean every time I do that, I've got to go out and figure out a way to promote it. I've got to write copy and I've got to sell it and I got to get people to click it and listen and watch and opt in. You mean I got to do that every day? Like, I don't know if I got enough ideas in my head to even do that every single day. And I'm sitting here to tell you, yes, you do. Like, some of you have to roll up your sleeves and get after it, right? And you've got to go out there and decide, I'm a marketer. I'm an online business owner. I am a promoter. I will market every day. I will promote every day. I wake up every day before the kids, before anybody else in my house except my dogs, because they wake me up usually, and I promote. I write an email to some part of my list every single day. I look at my ads every single morning. And before my kids wake up, before we go to school, before we do anything else, I open up sales and I see how many sales happened last night. I do it every single day. Yes, 6 days, 7 days a week sometimes, because that's really, really important. I am self-employed. I'm an entrepreneur. That's my job, is to be a prolific promoter every single day. Now, you can get ideas from other people. One of the best things you can do is watch other people, see what they're doing, and try to get some ideas from that. Okay, you can swipe some files, you can do some things, and you can get ideas. It is hard to promote every day. You got to be creative. You got to be. That's why we pull together in a community. That's why we have resources that we give to you guys all the time, so that you can use it to go out and come up with those ideas to promote. So you've got to be able to get out there and be prolific. Number 3, you've got to be relentless when it comes to selling. Okay. You've got to get over the fear. You've got to get over the fear of selling. You've got to tell people that the thing you make costs money. I make things and I say, this costs money. I put a lot of time into it. I put a lot of energy into it. I put a lot of effort into it. We've got thousands of coaching calls and Q&As and blog posts and forum posts inside between our ears, me and Jocelyn do. And yeah, it costs some money to access that. That's just part of the deal. That's the way it costs. You're the same way. All this knowledge, all this wisdom, all these things you create, you should be able to charge for them. And you've got to get over your fear. You have to relentlessly sell in everything that you do. Everything that you put out should lead to a sales page. And you should tell people that every single day. You got to be a relentless salesperson. Got a good friend named Chris Ducker. He always says you've got to be seen to sell. And I totally believe that. I totally buy into that. And my goal is to be seen to sell every single day of my life. I want to make sure that somebody who needs to see my product, who needs to change their family's future, who needs to go forward and do this, they need to know, hey, this is it. Okay. All right. And number 4, how do you sell it? Copywriting. Okay. Here's the deal. We hear so many ads all the time, and we hear so much guru nonsense about magic funnels, sales funnels. You're one funnel away from this. You're one magic. If you just make your sales page in a certain order, if you just use this picture and that picture, if you just do live video, if you just do all these things, it's all magic. There's all kinds of silver bullets online. But here's the truth. This is the truth, and it'll always be the truth. Words sell things, period. Words sell things. You know how you get your emails opened? You get a good subject line. If you have a great subject line, your email will get open. Your email will get open, okay? If you have a fancy, pretty newsletter and no one opens it, it doesn't matter. You can't show a picture in the subject line, right? So you've got to go out there and you've got to say, hey, words sell thing. I have to learn how to do copywriting. I have books, all these books on this shelf over here. 90% of them are probably about copywriting or writing copy or writing. But copy is just words that sell things, right? When you hear the term copy or you hear copywriting, that's words that sell things. And you've got to get better at saying things. You got to get better at spelling it out with words. You got to trim the fat so people will actually read it. You know, I read a great article one time that said, you know, the subject line, it has one purpose: to get your email opened. The first line of your email has one purpose: to get people to read the second line. You know what the second line's for? To get them to read the third line. So that's what copywriting is. It's making people keep going to get to your link, to get to your pitch, to get to that sales opportunity that you have for them. Okay, so how do you be a prolific promoter? How do you be a marketer, right? You go out, you be consistent with your content. You are prolific in promoting your content and core offer. And you are relentless. You are always telling people that you've got something for sale, and you become a better copywriter. Focus on words. Design doesn't matter as much as you think it does. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. Design's important. It's there. It's part of the equation. Words sell things. People read, people listen, people speak, and that's how people are going to communicate on the internet, okay? All right, so number one, we talked about what to promote, your content and your core offer. Number two, we talked about how to promote, being consistent, prolific, relentless, and having great copywriting skills and chops and resources at your disposal. And number three, you have to know when to promote it. Jocelyn and I were lucky enough to discover this right here. This right here is what changed our life. This is what changed our family's future. This is what made us successful so fast, is that we figured out when to promote things was probably the most important part of the marketing equation. We focus a lot on this in all of our resources because it is critical to marketing success. Think about this. If you promoted a Christmas sale, okay? If you promoted something for Christmas in April, people probably are not going to buy that, right? I mean, you could if you're trying to sell Christmas trees in April and May, there's going to be some discount hunters. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be some people out there that be like, I'm going to save some money. I'm going to buy this thing in April and May. But you're probably not going to sell a lot of Christmas trees in April and May, right? It doesn't make sense because that's not when people buy things. Have you ever watched the Super Bowl, right? You see Super Bowl commercials. We all gather around and we see all the Super Bowl commercials and everybody's trying to get into the football game. And some of the things are not even, have nothing to do with football. They're not even sports related. It's like health insurance, Super Bowl. You got this guy you got Peyton Manning out there throwing a football at somebody, right? For health insurance or something, right? But people jump into that because what's happening during the Super Bowl? 100 million people are thinking about the Super Bowl. And that's one of the most important things that you can ever do to become a prolific marketer, to have great success in your marketing, is enter into the conversation that your customer is already having, right? Marketing has been around for 140 years now, guys. People have been printing newspapers, printing magazines, showing ads on TV. It's been going on. People know, they know how to do this. Watch what happens. You know, people don't jump in and come up with magic sales. They come up with Labor Day sales, right? They focus on July 4th. And what do you sell on July 4th? You ever see all those fireworks? People jump in front of the conversation that people are already having. You've got to understand how the marketing calendar works. You can't promote the right thing at the wrong time and expect to have any success. When Jocelyn and I first started out in our online business, we really figured this out. We said, when are people thinking about the products that we sell? Right? When are people having this conversation? And can we put our message in front of them? Can we pay our way into their newsfeed? Can we get them to opt in and we email them the right thing at the right time? And our sales went through the roof. All of our success went through the roof because we had the conversation when we needed to have it, right? You ever heard anybody tell a bad joke and the timing was totally off, and it's just like, yeah, that might have been funny if you had told it 30 minutes ago, or if you had told it in another scenario. It's the same thing with your marketing. If you're constantly sending stuff out just to tell people you have a product, but you're not thinking deeply about the psychology of the culture, the psychology of society. What are we talking about? What are we thinking about? What is everyone going for right now? You're not going to be able to get in front of people at the right time, okay? So it is really critical. It is really critical that you know when to promote, all right? There's 3 elements to knowing when to promote. Number 1, you've got to know the general calendar and how it works. The general marketing calendar, if you watch what comes in your mailbox, all the junk mail, if you watch the ads that are going through your news feed all the time, you're going to see themes and trends every year that kind of run through that, right? Those general ideas, those big picture marketing calendar things, you've got to be able to tap into that. You've got to tap into the popular culture. You got to tap into the consciousness of the country. You got to be able to tap into that so that you can have that water cooler conversation, which leads to a discussion about your product and service, okay? Number 2, you got to understand your avatar's calendar, right? If I'm selling to football coaches, I got to know what they're thinking about at certain times of the year, right? I can jump into Super Bowl. I can have 4th of July sales, but I also need to know, hey, they've got weight room stuff in January. That's when I've got to talk to them about the weight room stuff. Don't need to sell them stuff in September about the weight room because they're playing football games and nobody's lifting weights. Doesn't make sense. Maybe the best product in the world, best service in the world may help them if they would just use it at that time. But guess what? They're not thinking about it. So they're not going to buy that thing. Okay. And number 3, you've got to think about your calendar. You got to be prepared for this stuff. You got to know ahead of time what you're going to promote in the month. You got to know your schedule. Jocelyn and I are planning right now for the first quarter. We got to know what's going to happen in the first quarter, right? We got to know what's going on. We got to know what we're going to promote. We got to be thinking about that. We're already planning for October now, midway through September. Even though we got a lot going on, we got to be thinking about that because it's going to happen in the future. So if you know the main marketing calendar that's been established over 100 years, and you just got to tap into that, and you know your avatar's calendar and kind of what they're thinking about, a little bit more specific, you can niche down. And then you understand your calendar and what you need to do, what you need to create, and when you need to create it, you're going to be able to be a prolific marketer. You're going to have more marketing success, get more people out there, okay? All right, so let's recap real quick these 3 tips. If you got any questions, you can go ahead and you can start putting questions in the chat. Jocelyn said her computer is about to die. Jocelyn, if you could run and get your charger, I'm going to need your help when these questions start coming in, okay? All right, so if you need to know anything about what's going on with what we're talking about today, go ahead and put your questions in the chat. If you got any questions about marketing, if you got any questions about your content, if you got any questions about core offer, if you got any questions about email subject lines, copywriting, things like that, I'll be happy to answer any type of questions that you might have, okay? All right, but first, I want to give you a couple bonus tips. Those are the 3 most important things. I had some other ideas I was penciling out today, but I want to give you some bonus tips. Got the bonus tips on my fancy production values here. Okay, I got some bonus tips for you guys about this too. Number 1, you've got to get a sales funnel that converts, okay? I'm not saying you got to have a magic funnel. I'm just saying you've got to have it in order, fundamentals. You got to be doing things right. You know, when you're putting all this effort into marketing, you're putting all this effort into becoming a prolific promoter, right? Online to get discovered, to get people over to your stuff. When they opt in and give you that email address, then what are you doing to follow up with it? And how are you getting them to the sales page? You really do need that to work well. You need to look at the pieces of your sales funnel. You need to analyze those, okay? You need to analyze those pieces of your sales funnel. And you need to look at them and you just say, hey, what's converting? Like if you send a lot of people, imagine this. Imagine you went out and you were walking down the street and you had, you know those signs that they wear at tax time? You got the front and the back and the guy's out there doing this on the side of the road, right? If you had signs on like that on the side of the road and you're like, baseball game, there's a baseball game over here. I got a free baseball game, or I got a baseball game I want you to come to, right? And everybody starts turning. They start turning in their little road to go to the baseball game and do all that stuff, right? If you do that, but then at the end of the road, there's a fork. And you look at the fork and nobody knows where the baseball field is. You said there was a game. There's probably a game, but now we're here and we're lost. We don't know how to get to the baseball game, right? Why? You just wasted all that time promoting your baseball game. It makes no sense. Like it makes absolutely no sense to do it that way. You have to have signs stuck in the ground that say baseball, turn left. Another sign stuck in the ground at the next forest. They turn right, and then all of a sudden the lights come on. They're like, oh, go over there, and I found the baseball game, right? If your sales funnel is not converting, it's because you are not giving people the proper directions after they've discovered you. So you do have to have a really good sales funnel that converts. We got a lot of training for that. We got a lot of resources for sales funnels available over at fliplifestyle.com and other resources that we share, okay? All right, second bonus tip. Like I see, these are great questions. I'm glancing over and seeing your questions. I got one, two. Let's see. I see Steve's question. I see M-Cell. I don't know who that is, but M-Cell, I see your question. Shanti, I see your question. Michelle and Tom, I see your question. And then I've got Shwarm. I see yours. Okay. All right. There's some abbreviations in there, right? Got a lot of great questions over here. Get that all the time. And a lot of people come to us like, man, I just don't know how to do any of this. All right. Well, look, watch the magician's hands, right? Sometimes it's not always about a course. Sometimes it's direct advice. Sometimes it's a course. Sometimes it's just, hey, what are people doing that I know are successful? What are people doing that I know are making money? If I could just do what they do, then I'm probably going to be a lot better off when I do it. Okay. So make sure that you're watching the magician's hands. Make sure you're looking around and seeing what other people are doing. Find that marketing calendar. One thing that I do all the time, we have a station on DirecTV. Who has DirecTV? Tell me if you got DirecTV. Or just raise your hand. I can see you on camera. We have a station on DirecTV called Look, and it's all infomercials, and I'll just sit and watch them, and I'll break them down, and I'll write them, and I'll take notes. And I'm like, ooh, that was a good pitch. Ooh, that's a good way that they said that. And I actually I watch the magician's hands, and I try to see how they're doing it so that I can learn too. You can do the same thing. You can watch me and Jocelyn. You can watch the people on the podcast. You can watch the people, around us, see what they're doing and learn from them. It's the fastest way to get to where you want to go. Okay. All right, guys, that's the end of the training part. I got a lot of great questions that I'm going to get to in just a minute. We talked about what we're going to promote. We've talked about how we're going to promote it. We've talked about the importance of when that we're going to promote that. And we've talked about improving your sales funnel, why that's important. And we've talked about watching the magician's hands. Those simple strategies, those secrets, those tips are what took me and Jocelyn to the levels of success that we've made it to today. I said it before, we've sold over 6,000 memberships in our time, and we did 2 or 3 years. We only sold courses before we even got into memberships, right? So we've sold tons of stuff. We've done tons of marketing. We've been in different businesses, different niche markets. And the big thing that we know for sure is that being a prolific marketer is going to make all the difference in the world. Now, I know a lot of you right now, you are probably overwhelmed. You are probably completely overwhelmed right now with everything I've talked about. You're sitting there going, oh my gosh, that's a lot of information. It's like Shane just exploded 5 to 7 years of training and prolific information all at me at once. And I've seen one question is like, I struggle with the how. I saw that question in here. It said, I really struggle with the how to do it, how to get my message out. I'm having the hardest time with the how of my niche, how to find people, how to get discovered. And I'm looking into bringing new business. So before I answer, I got a lot of questions. I'm going to answer all your questions. I don't have anything else. Kids are in bed. Jocelyn's going to be here in the chat room, and I'm going to be hanging out with you and answering any marketing questions that you've got for this. But before we do, I do want to tell you where I can give you more help with marketing. Now, we do have a community. It's called the Flip Your Life community. We help people start, build, and grow their online business. That's beginners. That's basic. That's a lot of great stuff. If you haven't checked that out, go over to fliplifestyle.com and check that out. But I actually have a print newsletter that I send out every single month. I've seen some people talking about it in the chat box. So if you are a prolific monthly subscriber, if you get my marketing newsletter every single month, I want you to check that out. Go ahead and put your name over in the box. But every single month, I literally mail this thing. I actually mail this thing out to people. It opens up. You get it like a Christmas present. You open it up, and inside is this newsletter. It is not a magazine. Don't call it a magazine. This is my print newsletter called Prolific Monthly. It's my top shelf marketing and promotion newsletter. Now, I want to warn you, this is for people who are promoting their content and their products. That's what it's for. If you're still don't even know what your product is, don't order this thing. You don't need this. It's for anybody that wants to sell things, anybody that has something to sell, anybody that has content. If you're making a blog, if you're doing a podcast, if you're doing a YouTube channel, that's what this is for. It's for promoting your products. Inside every single issue of Prolific Monthly, I go through what to sell. I talk about different things that you're supposed to sell, different things in your content to promote. You can get it. You can highlight it. I actually use my own. I actually go through this. This is literally the stuff that me and Jocelyn are doing in real time to promote our business. This is the stuff that we do to market Flip Lifestyle. This is the stuff that we do to market our education company, our coaching company, our real estate, everything that we do to promote anything. I'm sharing with you in real time my tips. And also, every single month, you can see this, we do a calendar. I send people that subscribe to Prolific Monthly a calendar every single month that says, oh, it's Thursday, October 1st. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. This was a big request that we got for about 2 years. People kept telling us, guys, look, we know the strategies, but we need the tactics. I need you to give me something that will let me go out and promote and market and find success. And people have been using they've been using this newsletter every single month for the last few months since we released it to build and grow their business. We tell them what to do every single day. We have detailed instructions for all the promotions every single month. And this is not like one of those email things that you do. There is no digital copy of this. Here's why I went with a print copy. I wanted something that you physically had to interact with. You have to either throw this away and set your money on fire, or you have to open it. You have to read it. You have to look for it. I wanted something you could write down, set by your desk, read it over and over, go back through it, and create like a little mini Bible for every single month of the year that you could market and promote your products with. It's not only just the calendar. It's not just what to sell. It's a workbook style thing, so you can interact it. You can take notes. I ask deep, thought-provoking questions. Like, what are you going to offer for a flash sale this month on the 1st? What are you going to do? What is your free training going to cover, and how will you pitch it at the end? List your top 5 pieces of content that you need to promote. I do this every single month to make you wrestle with these questions, to make you come up with solutions. We suggest ideas, and here's another thing that I do. I actually write the subject lines for all of the promotions that I recommend. There's a couple questions about copywriting. What is copywriting? How does copywriting work in my business? Every issue of Prolific Monthly, I literally write all the subject lines for you. So if you're having trouble getting opens in your emails, if your open rate is really low, you can't get your stuff promoted out there, even like getting things clicked on social media, I actually write all those for you. And every single month, I pick one part of the sales funnel. Back in August, you can see we did sales pages. Last month, we did options pages. I'm constantly helping people tweak and improve their sales page or their sales funnel to make sure that everything that we do in the first part of this with the calendar and everything else is making it to the end of the thing. And this is my favorite part. Jocelyn is obsessed with making sure that you guys get all this stuff done, right? She's like, hey, I know you're going to send them this thing. I know they're going to wrestle with it. I know they're going to ride on it, but how are they going to find time to do it all? So Jocelyn spends a section of Prolific Monthly every single month telling you exactly how to get this done. This is a thing you can collect, a thing you can go back to over and over again, and it is my print top shelf newsletter that I send out every single month. I'm getting ready to go to print this week with October's Prolific Monthly, and I'm about to answer all your questions. I'm about to get to all these questions. I want to go through every question. I'm not going to skip anybody. I'm going to hang out here with you until I get all those questions done. But I do want to let you guys know that Prolific Monthly goes to print this week for October. And I would love to get this thing in your hands, delivered to your mailbox before October 1st, so you can take advantage of all the amazing promotional and marketing opportunities in October. We practice what we preach around at Flip Lifestyle, and we will be doing these things. These are some of the things that we're going to be doing in October to promote and sell our content, our courses, and all of the things that we do. Now, it is expensive. This is a $99 newsletter, but it is a 10X product. Every time you get this, if you do what it says, you're going to make way more money than you could ever spend on it. And I really want to reward you guys for showing up tonight. It's a Sunday night. It's almost 10 o'clock. You're still hanging here with me, waiting to answer these questions, listening to all this great content that we talked about earlier. And I want to reward you guys and give you guys a sweet deal because I want you to subscribe to Prolific Monthly. So in the chat box, if you look over there, right now, anybody that signs up for Prolific Monthly tonight, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it for a while, I'm going to give you 50% off your first month. 50% off your first month of Prolific Monthly. You can get it right now for 50% off. You click that link and subscribe, or go to the sales page, prolificmonthly.com, use the code October. You're going to be able to get 50% off your first issue of Prolific Monthly. And I'm actually going to throw in kind of a crazy deal. Jocelyn didn't really want me to do this, but I'm going to do it. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, at Flip Your Life Live, we're going to be recording 4 brand new trainings at that live event. Okay. One is called the Big Six. All right. I told you 2 of the things you need to promote. I'm going to be covering the other 4 things that every business must promote to be successful at Flip Your Life Live. I'm going to put that course in the training area for Prolific Monthly. So if you subscribe today, you're going to get that course for free. We're going to be doing another training called Building a Customer Pipeline. That's how you use paid ads to get more people to see your stuff. I'm going to put that training inside of the Prolific Monthly training area. Jocelyn is doing a special training on organic traffic, and then I'm going to be debuting a new email sequence called Go for the Kill. It's an aggressive email sequence to get people to buy stuff as fast as possible after they opt in for your stuff. I'm actually going to put all 4 of those trainings in, right? Right now, it's a $500 value. We sell the entire thing for $500. We sell those courses after the event. It costs $800 just to be in the room to hear the event. I'm actually going to put all 4 of those trainings for anyone that signs up tonight inside of the Prolific Monthly training area. So you're going to get October for 50% off, and you're going to get all 4 of those trainings. As soon as they're done, we should have them edited and ready to go by October 1st. We're going to put those in there. You're going to get all those trainings, access to all those. All subscribers are going to get them, and you're going to get 50% off your first issue tonight for free. Now, listen, you can cancel at any time. If you don't want it, I don't even have an annual plan for this. It's cancel anytime. You can sign up anytime between the 1st and the 21st of the month. You can cancel. Once they go to print, we really can't cancel until the next month. But you can go in, you can cancel anytime. Check it out. Try 1 month out. If you don't like it, let it go. And I'll give you some of those courses. You can keep those for free. Okay, so there's my pitch. I want to make sure you know about it. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more later. Let me go back real quick. If you got any questions about Prolific Monthly, or if any of our subscribers who are in here right now, if you want to go ahead and chime in how awesome it is, how you use it, and all that good stuff, go ahead and put that in there. And you can get all those bonuses tonight included with your order. Okay. All right. So let me scroll back. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to answer some of these questions. Hope Jocelyn's still here so she can help me out in the chat box. Okay. All right. So the first question is from Steve. Steve says, what is an avatar in terms of marketing? So an avatar is, you ever seen that movie Avatar where they go into the alien bodies? Like, that's kind of what an avatar is. It's a pretend customer profile of exactly who you want to talk to. So I have a website called ushistoryteachers.com. I have hundreds and hundreds of schools and teachers that are subscribers, and they subscribe to get access to U.S. history curriculum. Okay. So my perfect avatar is a U.S. history teacher between the age of 25 and 55. I don't want to catch the retiring people, and I don't want to catch the brand new people. I want to wait till they get in the program for a couple years. And then that's my avatar. When I'm thinking about how to promote, when I'm thinking about how to market, I think about that person. Some people even name the person. I could be like, Mr. Jenkins, the history teacher. He's a 38-year-old teacher that's really busy and coaches a sport. He probably needs lesson plans, so he doesn't have to do that every day. That's who I think about whenever I'm doing my marketing. So an avatar gives your marketing focus, right? You guys might be my avatar for Prolific Monthly, right? I want people who have something to sell, but they really need daily help. It's hard to come up with promotions every day. It's hard to come up with promotions week after week, month after month, year after year, and keep them fresh and keep people open. That's really, really hard. I need somebody with experience. I need somebody that can show me how to do that, write these subject lines, do my copy, help me with my sales funnels. That you're my avatar. You would be my avatar for, that's my avatar for Prolific Monthly. Someone with something to sell, with content they need to promote. I'm going to help you do it every single day. Okay. So that's what an avatar is. Great question, Steve. Awesome question. Okay. All right. Examples of core offers for writers. Okay. All right. So it depends what you're writing. Okay. If you're an author, that's an easy one. You're a book writer, right? If you're an article writer and you're trying to get into big publications, you better be able to promote and market yourself to Entrepreneur and Forbes and Business Insider and, Good Housekeeping or whatever. You got to be able to promote your content. You got to be able to promote your article. You got to get it in front of the right people and let people see it. Okay. If you are a copywriter or you're a freelance writer, maybe you're a freelance writer for blog posts and things like that, you need to be able to go out and say, okay, who's my avatar? Well, I want to talk to busy entrepreneurs who don't want to write for their blog anymore, and I want to be their ghostwriter, right? Well, you better be able to, get people on your email list, get them on an opt-in. You better be able to think about ways to promote that every day that people are sharing and stuff like that. Okay. So depending on what you write, you're going to have to be out there and you're going to have to be promoting that stuff. Okay. So if you got a specific industry you're writing for, tell me that and I'll take a shot at it here. Okay. All right. Shante says best resources for learning copywriting. Okay. I think the best resource for learning copywriting is Prolific Monthly. You get this every single month, and I'm going to help you write your copywriting for you. So thank you for throwing me the softball on the pitch there. But like I will help you do your copywriting. I'll help you email marketing. I have an article every month about good copywriting and how you're going to do that, how you're going to make sales. But some other great sources are the legends of copywriting, like bypass the last generation. Think about the Dan Kennedys, the Gary Halberts, the people like that. And I'll tell you the best source of copywriting, if you really want to, get is that mailbox, right? Like not only do you get Prolific Monthly every single month, right in your door a week before you need it, and you can set up all your copywriting, set up all your promotions, but look through that junk mail. I study junk mail all the time. I drive Jocelyn crazy because I have this big stack of junk mail that I keep, right? And I go through it and I look at it. I'm like, whoa, that headline really stuck out to me. How can I bend that to my niche? Okay. Go buy magazines, just look at the covers and be like, wow, that's a great headline. I really want to turn to page 79 and see what the top keto things of the summer are. Like, look through magazines, look through stuff like that. Get resources like Prolific Monthly right to your door that are based on sales copywriting. And watch the magician's hands. Watch how other people are doing it. You'll become a great copywriter. But if you need a boost, if you need a swipe file, that's why I do the emails. This was a huge request that I got. I started doing the beta of this about 4 months ago. And people were like, man, I need help getting my emails opened. And then I realized as we go through the calendar every month in Prolific Monthly, like if you look and I tell you, it tells you what to do. Like it says like, one of the things is email your existing list about your webinar next on the 18th, and then work on your slides. So it tells you what to do every single day of the month. And then if you flip over, there's a corresponding subject line that goes with that email, right? So we're at least going to get you open. And then my first article every month is about copywriting and getting everything right. So if you need help with your copywriting, grab Prolific Monthly, 50% off right now. Tons of bonuses going to come at you from Flip Your Life Live. New trainings that we've never had anywhere else, not even sold them yet, but I'm actually going to give them to Prolific Monthly subscribers this month as soon as we get them done, before I even sell them to the general public. So if you want those, check that out. My email autoresponder, my Go for the Kill email autoresponder, that's going to be 7 emails with 10 templates for if-then emails that you can set up right now, and it'd probably improve your marketing just getting those. Those are going to be free if you sign up tonight for Prolific Monthly, okay? All right, so we've got Michelle. A lot of my marketing is for international community. Suggestions for learning the calendar of other countries. I would have to see what countries. Usually in the West, like Western Europe, European countries, Australia, they're pretty similar to us. You might want to check their holidays. Holidays are always anchors. Holidays are the anchors. The days that people get off in the United States. If you just start there and have a promotion for all those, you're going to do better. Okay. There's a lot of other things in between. You need to be promoting every week. We try to have one new promotion every single week. That's why we cover it so deeply in the newsletter, because we want you to say, hey, it's the first week of September. Let's make a bunch of money. It's the second week of October. Let's make a bunch of money. It's the third week of October. Let's make a bunch of money. Fourth week, let's make more money. Halloween, let's make more money. Like, we don't want to just be focused and anchored to those holidays, but I would say that's a great place to start. Think about the culture. Think about the place you're doing. And then we have a lot of general ideas that we put in there to kind of help you with seasonal stuff. Like, we always want to do a quarterly promotion based on the season. Jocelyn and I have a membership that's $49 a month, and we like to have a $99 quarterly plan for the seasons. It's, hey, fall's here. Have a great winter. Quarterly plan. Hey, spring's here. We do stuff like that to make sure we're tying into what people are thinking about. They're thinking about summer. They're thinking about spring. They're thinking about the Super Bowl. So what are your people thinking about, and when is what you have to ask yourself when you're doing that. And also, too, a lot of the ideas in this are agnostic and general enough where we really want you to get so good with it that you're like, oh, that's a great idea. If I just bend it this way, it's even more perfect for my niche, right? So you'll be able to take ideas like this, like maybe we have an Independence Day sale, and it's like, wow, that was a really good promotion. Those emails were really good that Shane gave us, those email templates, those subject lines. I bet I could just bend them a little bit and do Mexican Independence Day, right? Like, you can bend and twist them. We try to keep them agnostic and general, because marketing is not as specific as you think, right? You do have to dial down into your niche, but if you've got the big picture, you're going to be able to just cast a wide net and get a lot more customers that way, okay? All right. I'm having the hardest time with the how of my niche. I target coaches, life coaches, health coaches, business coaches. I can't seem to wrap my head around their calendar. Would I promote to them based on when they are looking to get the most clients? I do marketing and web design for coaches. For example, would I market to health coaches near the end of the first year? Okay. Yeah, you can do that. But what really, I like to market to people when they don't have clients, when they're looking for help, when they're like, oh my gosh, it's a downtime. I need to get this. I need to redesign my website. I need to do something else. Like we talk a lot about that in Prolific Monthly. Like, when are those secret times? When are those odd times? When are those times you can jump into someone's calendar when they're not thinking about it, right? When they're thinking about doing something different. Like, there's a lot of nuance to it. You know what I'm saying? Another thing to do is like piggyback off of other things. Jocelyn and I one time wanted to do a live event in San Diego. We wanted to get 25 people. We meet in a room. We actually rented out this it was like the top of a skyscraper or something. We had this big boardroom and we felt like lawyers. You could see the stadium. It was amazing. And so we ran this thing, but we piggybacked a bigger live event. So we promoted it that way. Like, I knew a lot of people were going to this live event. I knew a lot of people in our space were going to this to learn about online business and making more money and doing things like that. So I was like, let's piggyback off of that. So we said, going to this, piggyback over at ours. We're going to be there a day early. Come over and hang out with us. Coming a day early, we're going to do this. We might have a second showing a day late. You know, you can piggyback off other things you know they're thinking about, right? What are the big conferences in the industries? Piggyback off that stuff, right? Seasonal stuff works really good. Like, it's pretty easy to dial in when people are slow, right? Because you can see by their ads. Study their ads. What are they talking about? What are they promoting, right? That's going to give you some ideas into their language, okay? All right. Jessica May says, do you consider a $47 per month membership a better core offer over a $497 course when you have both? Yes, I do. And my goal would be, I would want to offer both. One, a lot of people who won't buy a $497 product would buy a $47 membership. We all do it. Who has a car payment? You chose to pay a payment plan instead of the big ticket, right? Would you have gone out and bought the $50,000 car if there was no monthly payment option? No, you wouldn't, right? What if cable companies charged you $1,400 up front instead of $99 a month, right? We all do this. So I always consider the monthly thing better. You can have both, though. Have both. You can get them up front. But my goal is you want to beat that. Like, what if people stay 12 months on average? Think how long you've been paying your current cable bill or your current internet bill. How long have you been paying that? Have you been paying that for 3 years, 5 years? Me and Jocelyn have lived out at the lake house for let's see now. This is going on our 3rd year. We got DirecTV the first day. We've never canceled it. We've been paying them $100 plus a month for 3 straight years, right? So what if you can get somebody to stay 2 or 3 years? What if you can get them to keep paying that monthly payment? You're going to make more money. So give both options. We like monthly recurring revenue better because it's just easier. Like, I can say, wow, I have 1,000 customers and they all pay me $50 a month. And, I lose 50 on average a month, but I gain 55. I can now predict that I'm going to make this much money for however long the average customer stays, period, right? No feast or famine, no big jumps, core offer, right? So think about your core offer, have a monthly and an annual option, and you should be fine, okay? All right. What if your avatar has one big time to buy back to school and you miss it? Wait an entire year to try again? No, that is not true. There is a big time where more people buy, but everyone has a calendar. Everyone needs something every day. If you're in the education niche and you sell to teachers, they are going to teach something next week. My history, I have a plan for the entire year. I have a big Facebook group. I actually have the largest I've built from scratch, from nothing, tooth and nail, the largest collection of U.S. history teachers and social studies teachers on Facebook, right? I have this big following there, like 7,000 teachers. It's the biggest one of just U.S. history teachers. And I ask them every Sunday, I say, what are you teaching this week? And I get, one of them, I got like 600 comments one time. And I just go through there and I take a little average. I'm like, okay, well, 80% of these people said they're teaching World War II. I don't care if it's back to school. I know they need lesson plans for World War II, right? So you need to build, you go out and figure out, like, well, what are most people teaching in your space right now? They have a calendar. They just do. Also, teachers are super predictable. They get all the days off. Have a Labor Day sale, have a Memorial Day sale, have a Black Friday sale, have a Halloween sale. Like, you can totally reach out and find ways to promote to people even outside of their peak time. But that's why you got to be creative. It is hard. It's not easy, right? That's why I created this thing, so that I could actually help people do this so they wouldn't get stuck. And it's why I don't sell a big giant course. There's a reason this thing is coming to you monthly. There's a reason it's one calendar, 4 things to do, and we're going to do it. Because you got to focus on the now. What are people thinking about now? Like, if you miss this, you miss October. Like, if you miss your person's calendar, yeah, you missed back to school. Fine, you missed it. Guess what? You don't miss October. Don't miss October. Like, that's your new rule. I don't miss the next month. I'm not going to miss the next month. So that's why stuff like this exists. That's why we created this, is so you can think about, like, it's your responsibility to figure out how to make money every day in your business. Like, and until you realize, like, there's no excuses. Like, I can't say, well, it's Christmas time and everybody's buying presents, so they must not have any money for anything else. So I better just throw in the towel and starve to death this month. No, you can't do that. You got to say, nope, it's October. How can I make money in October? How can I go for it in October? It's why we put this thing out 1 month at a time. It's why we don't have back issues. I don't sell back issues to this. If you miss this, you can't go back and get it. There's no digital copy of this because I want you to get it and feel it and it sit there and it stare at you and you do the thing every single month. So find a way. We got to find a way. You can take ideas from Prolific Monthly if you want to, Monty. You can put them into play, and we can figure that out. But, like, you got to find a way to do it. You've never missed an opportunity. There's an opportunity for a sale every day. So there's 31 days in some months and 30 in the other. Every single day in every single business that we have ever ran and that we run today, we have monthly subscribers that pay us on renewals every single day. I wake up every day before I drink my coffee and I have made money where my renewals have already billed. Now, if that would not be true, every day of the year, I wake up to those renewals, right? Every day of the month. So if there was that's the downtime of the year, nobody would buy it. That's false. Now, what happens is you stack these things, right? That's why we like recurring revenue. I don't want feast or famine. If I want to sell it to you in the peak time and keep you through the lean time, right? That's why we talk about recurring revenue so much, right? That fixes that problem. So yeah, your goal, I would actually say, go out and promote something every day of the month and just start stacking those members every day of the month and you'll be fine. Okay. All right. So we got a subscriber. Lori is a subscriber to Prolific Monthly. That's right. Steve Dale is a subscriber to Prolific Monthly. That's right. They're getting their calendars. You're about to get it this week, guys. I'm going to print this week. And, once it goes to print, I can't take orders anymore. So that's why I'm doing this training tonight. I wanted to help you guys with your marketing, but I also wanted you to subscribe. I wanted you to make sure that you're getting this deal and all those video trainings, because I am going to print this week on this thing. And while we're at Flip Your Life Live, it's going to be out. It's going to be shipped. If you miss October, it's gone forever, right? You're not going to be able to get a back issue. You're not going to be able to get a digital copy. Like, this is when we go to print. Like, you need to order today if you want to save 50% on your first issue, if you want to get all those free trainings, and if you want to get it at all, because it's going to be gone. You're going to be getting emails the next couple of days that's going to be saying, hey, this thing's gone. You better get it now, so check it out. Coxon says, just subscribe. Really excited. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Lori says, thrilling. And it's yes, I forgot to mention this. Lori said, and it's 3-hole punched, so you can send it in a binder. That thrills me. And I listen, Jocelyn looked at me when I put this thing together, and she's like, you got to 3-hole punch it so people can keep it. You'll have this indexed thing where you can go back and review your sales pages, review your sales funnels, review all of your stuff, right? Where you can go back and say, oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is cool. Check this out. And I'm working on a special binder. I'm trying to get a special binder designed so that when people subscribe, I'll send it to you. And as soon as I get it designed, anyone that's subscribing, I'm going to send that thing out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to check that out. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Thank you so much for all the great content tips and constant inspiration. You are very welcome, Monica. I really appreciate you. Your support means a lot to us. It is our mission to change people's lives. This stuff that I put in this publication, this newsletter, guys, changed our lives. Like, our courses and stuff are good. We have high quality content, but everybody does. The difference is the marketing. The difference is the promotion. The difference is the consistent, prolific, relentless copywriting that actually gets this stuff sold. Like, this was the weak link in the chain for us when we were looking at people and they were, we would help people get their first 10, 20, 50, 100 members and they get stuck, or their 10, 20, 30, coaching clients or whatever they were doing online. And they get stuck and they'd be like, I'm so stuck in my marketing. And we were like, yeah, no, but we have so many people we're trying to help build. We're like, we need a marketing product. And I said, I'm doing it like this. I subscribe to a number of paper newsletters. They are the only things that I actually use in my business. I sign up for all the opt-ins. They get saved on my hard drive and forgot. I sign up for something that goes to my email list. I archive it. I never see it again. Even courses. How many people here have bought a course and they never watched it, right? Like, this is bite-sized, broken down month by month, week by week, day by day, and it's in your hands physically. You get to keep this. You get to write on it. You get to highlight it. You get to look at it over and over again so that you can actually use it. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I don't want you to lose any of the stuff in this. That's why I send it paper only, uncompromising, unflinching. If you don't want it on paper, you can't get it. Okay. So yeah, check that out. It's awesome. Steve's heading out. See Steve. Steve's coming to Flip Your Life Live. See you soon. Let's see if there's any more questions. Jocelyn said, thanks for being here. Caution said, that's amazing. Love it. Tooth and nail. Hole punched. Any more questions? Oh, let's see here. What software do you use to process your subscriber payments? We use Infusionsoft for some of our businesses, and we use Kajabi for other business. Love those two solutions. Kajabi is a great solution if you're really just starting out. And then we connect those to payment processors like Stripe, Authorize.net, PayPal, things like that. So, anything like that will work. Infusionsoft. I love Kajabi. Absolutely love Kajabi. If you want to, you can drop a message on our Facebook page. Go send us a message, and I'll give you a link to Kajabi because we are an affiliate for them. Okay. Let's see what else we got. All right, try this. Let's see. There's a link for that. Let me click on that. Make sure that link is working. Looks like it is. If that link is not working, I will put another link out here. .com. October is the code. Okay. Yeah. Don't type www. That is a redirect that goes to a secure site. I actually do not have. I've just got it redirected where it goes straight to the order form. So Prolific Monthly, I clicked on that. It doesn't have an S on it, but it is a secure site, 100%. It will redirect you directly there. The code is October, and that link will actually put the code in for you if you click on it right now. Okay. All right, guys, I think that is the last question. I really appreciate you for being here tonight. I hope that you subscribe to Prolific Monthly, guys. People who come to this and get the replay for this are the ones that are going to get 50% off your first month of Prolific Monthly. I've never offered a discount before on that first month. This is the first time I've ever done this. You're also going to get over $500. Now, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not saying that's actually just making up a number. It's $500. Like, it costs $800 to be in the room at Flip Your Life Live to hear that information. It costs $500 to buy the videos after the event. I am giving you day one, the first 4 videos for free if you sign up this week, this month, for the October edition of Prolific Monthly, my top shelf marketing and promotion newsletter. I want you to subscribe. I want you to reach out to me and tell me what you need. I write this thing. I personally write this thing. We don't outsource this. It's in real time. We're thinking strategically right now. What are we going to do next month? What do our Prolific Monthly subscribers need to do in October 2019? Right now, what do you need to do? You need to subscribe if you're going to get it. We're getting ready to go to print. Once it goes to print, you can't get it. If you miss the deadline, you're done. You only have 24 hours to get this 50% discount. That coupon does expire. It does expire. Okay. So it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone forever. It's going to disappear in 24 hours. I'm sending out a replay in the morning. Tomorrow it's over. You cannot get the 50% off discount. And we do go to print this week. We're going to print to this publication. We got to get October out. We got to get it shipped out by next Monday so that we can get it in your hands by October 1st so that you can go build this stuff. You can go do this stuff. You can go write those emails. You can go get that stuff in place to promote your brand, promote your content, promote your core offers. And I really want to help you do that. I am extremely proud of this product. This is my favorite product that I have ever created. You can ask Jocelyn. I drive her crazy with it. I talk about it every single day. I have seen it already change people's businesses. I've already seen it. People blow up their marketing, blow up their promotions, double people coming to their webinars, getting out there, more emails being open. I've already seen it taking action. People love it. They send me pictures of it highlighted. They send me pictures of pencils that they've been underlining and circling and doing things. And it's just such an organic, amazing, different experience than anything you've ever bought online. It's not a course. It's not anything else. It's different. It's something that you've got in your hands staring at you. It's something you will engage with, something you will take action on, something you will do. And that's why I do it in a paper format. Okay. So get out there, be consistent, be prolific. Let me help you with your copywriting. Sign up tonight. Sign up tonight. You got about 24 hours left. I'd love for you to do it tonight. Make sure you get it. I'm not going to throw it out there. There's going to be a replay in the morning. Totally upfront and honest. Anybody that didn't make it, we got a bunch of people that may have registered and didn't get it. I'm going to send out a replay in the morning, but that coupon code does expire within the next 24 hours. Okay. So 50% off. We'll get it there. We'll get it to you, and we will get it done. Okay. So if you've got any customer support questions, hit them up. Coxon, I'll take care of you. I'm going to actually send you a message right now so we can make sure that we get it to you as fast as possible. We got a little bit different process for international orders. Okay. So I'll talk to you about it. I'll shoot you a message and we'll figure out what we're doing and get it to you as fast as possible. Okay. And we are going to get it done. So thank you for all our subscribers. Thank you for everything. I've not looked at it yet. If you've already subscribed, I'll probably send you a private message here in the next day or two saying thanks for subscribing. Cannot wait to get Prolific Monthly in your hands, because marketing is the difference. It's the reason your business is going to grow. It might be the reason your business is not growing right now. You need that copywriting. You need all that stuff, and I'm going to send it to you. We're going to be going to print this week. The coupon code is gone in 24 hours, and I will not be offering those 4 videos in that exact package again. This is the first time I've ever done it. It might be the last time I've ever done it. Jocelyn's kind of kicking me because she's like, you're giving those videos away? I'm like, just for the Prolific Monthly. They've already subscribed. So you're going to get those videos. You're going to get Prolific Monthly every single month. We're going to help you get your marketing. We're going to blow it up this year. New Year's coming. A lot of great things. A lot of great promotional opportunities are going to be happening in the 4th quarter. So you want to get on there today. Can't wait to send it to you. Thanks for tuning in. And if you need anything else, you know where to find us every Tuesday over on the Flip Lifestyle Podcast. Love you guys. Appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.